Hi folks, welcome to another stash video for 2024. This is some new kit from mostly Black Cat Fireworks. There's one piece there from Brothers. This is all stuff I've not fired before with the exception of Hijacker, and I'll tell you why in a sec. We've got Ad Astra here. I'm sure this has been out a couple of years, but it's certainly something I've not fired before. These are mostly sort of padding pieces, so sort of towards the beginning and middle of the display, just to slowly start to ramp things up before we get to the big hitters and the 30 mils and the compounds. So this is the idea behind them. They're mostly 1.4. I think they are all 1.4. So yeah, we just slowly sort of ramp it up, and the great thing is that there's a lot more value for money, certainly with these types of fireworks. Will sort of pad your display out a little bit better. So there are sort of some pros to using these sorts of pieces just to sort of bulk up your display. So Ad Astra, like I say, I've not fired it before. Nice artwork on there. So yeah, it's 108 shots, so decent. It's 60-minute duration, so it's going to pad out my display quite nicely. Mixed firing pattern, so some straight, some fans, so that'll be absolutely fine. Nice bit of mixture. The bore size is about 18 millimeters, so it's probably at the minimum end of what I can sort of afford to go down to without it looking sort of too small. They're 1.4G effects, and the NECs is 537 grams. But it is a little show in a box, basically, so lots of different things. You've got willows in there, got some nice green glittering effects, red palms as well, with sort of red glitter. There's V-shaped valleys of crackling as well, some palm bursts in there. You've got greens and blues, and Z-firing valleys with gold brocades and blue, and then a finale of some nice crackling chrysanthemum tails, and then they burst into palms and gold brocades as well. So there's a bit of everything in there, and that's really the reason why we just want a bit of mixture and just something to sort of start to ramp up the display with. Which leads us on to this new pack. I've had some of the Black Cat packs before. I've certainly had the Gemini pack either last year or the year before, and I was really pleasantly surprised with the sort of range of effects that it provides. Really good. But this pack here, so it's 3 cakes in this pack. So you get 140 seconds duration and a total shot count of 214, so not bad. It's going to be Cat 3, you're going to have to be 25 meters back for these. All mixed firing patterns, so some straight, some fanned, and it's 1.4G again, and the pack weight comes in at nearly 1.5 kilos NEC, so a decent amount of powder as well, split between the 3 cakes. So in terms of where to go, probably the middle cake first. You got Power Surge there, 54 shots. Again, it's got different multicolored bursts, basically. It's got crackling in there as well. Different colored stars. There's a V-shaped sort of firing pattern formation in there. There's purple as well, so some non-standard color as well. Green starburst, there's blue peonies, there's red strobing as well. And then some gold brocades to finish, so a nice mixture as well. The second one there, so SIB2, that's high octane, so that's the green one in the corner there, so obviously clearly a fan-shaped piece. But you've got red stars, white glitter, yellow stars, so lemon yellow, really nice, with sort of some gold glitter, blue stars with red glitter as well. Some comet tails as well in a fan. And they go red and green cocoa with some crackling in the middle. And then the finale, you've got Z firing silver and gold brocades, and they go left to right. And then there's a nice double volley of coloured starbursts with crackle to finish. So again, it's a nice marker with the crackle as well. You can sort of queue up the next item, you know, you don't have to count all the shots, thankfully, sometimes when it's like that. And then finally, full throttle there. So that's the last one of the, as you save the biggest till last is normally the general rule. So full throttle, you get 90 shots from this one. Again, coconut chrysanthemums. There's a Z firing section, so you've got comets with coloured tips. Some lovely big red bursts with white glitter. There's blue and gold glitter as well, and there's some nice fan volleys with purple and green coloured stars, and some gold brocades with crackle for the finale there. So again, a nice indicator to move on to the next piece. So again, just adding some nice duration to the display. I might intersperse them with some straight firing bits from Raikyo, just for some variation. So we've got some 30mm in between. And then we've got down the bottom here, we've got solar eclipse then. So that's another new one. I've not seen it before, so it's either could just come out sort of late last year or early this year. So 54 shots, 45 seconds. So decent sort of pace to it. It is a Z firing fan cake basically, 1.4G effects, and the cake NEC at 693 grams. So you've got alternating tails of red and green, and then they will burst into some nice brocade palms with red and green tips to them, which is nice. Green and gold glitter stars as well, and then they switch to red and green tails to nice titanium gold palms with red and green tips, and they're accompanied by red, white and green glitter stars. And then to finish, we've got some lovely gold glittering flower crowns with coloured tips and stars as well. So nice piece, and that'll probably go after these just to ramp up slightly. Which brings me down here to Hijacker, which I've had, is it once or twice before? I think I've had this twice now. So this will be the third time. I don't like normally to have the same pieces over and over again, but this is probably going to go at the very beginning. It's a good one to kick things off with, Hijacker. It's been around a good few years now. 122 shots, 75-second duration. Mixed effects, mixed firing pattern as well, which I'll go into. It's only 1.4G, same as the rest of the ones in this little video I'm doing. 109 grams is the NEC. But what I like about this, and why it's going to go at the beginning, basically, is if you know other Brothers pieces, they do a nice little cake called Angel Dust, which is a lovely sort of a fanned glitter mine. With sort of different coloured tips and some crackling towards the end. Now that sort of incorporates that in, and then if you remember Hercules, so it goes from some lovely sort of low noise but quite good spreading mines, and then it will go into some straight firing. So you've got some single shot, nice big white strobes, and then all hell breaks loose. Basically, you've got a sort of a Z fire overload sort of pattern to the end with just like different coloured stars. It's a phenomenal piece, and it's just you know, gets people going, sort of a slow start. Oh, this is all very pretty, and then boom, 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 boom towards the end. So certainly have people's attention by the time it comes to its climax, and that's the reason why it's going at the front, folks. So yeah, just a bit of variation there. It's all 1.4, so in terms of price, you know, you should get them at a better value than a 1.3G, and certainly if you're planning a sort of a bigger display, and maybe you've got budget constraints, then it's absolutely fine to slip in some 1.4 in between the bigger pieces, I think. And certainly if you want to ramp it up and pad out the display, so you'll get a little bit more for your buck. So I hope you found that interesting, folks. Stay tuned for more, as always, and have a good one.